we experience the same kind of atmospheres a lot now in British boxing. The incredible Leeds crowd with Josh Warrington, you know, for a while. Lewis Ritson up in Newcastle, and you know, see Nathan Healing in Stoke, and that was something fresh tonight. Fresh, different, exciting, vibrant. A real shot in the arm for British boxing, and an incredible performance from Johnny Fisher. So over to you guys and gals for questions to the champ, still the champ, and Mark Tibbs here as well for anything you need to know.
Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. Johnny, a few years ago you were in the co-main event to Jacob Rider against Gabriel and Enguema. I think that was one of your second biggest night compared to this. How do you compare your improvements from that night to now?
That night was a really good learning night for me. I remember I cracked my hand and broke it, or splintered the metacarpal in the build-up to that and on the pads. But I look back on that fight, I remember on the Saturday night on that fight, we was all not disappointed, but a bit of a lull because we hadn't got the knockout, and we'd done 4 or 5 fights and we knocked them all out. But I look back on that fight, and Jimmy, Mark's dad was saying, I don't know what we're all moaning about, it's a great bit of experience for Johnny, that sort of fight. And I look back on that with fond memories now because I turned a corner then, and we turned a few corners since then as well, but I feel like a different fighter at that point.
Can I interrupt? Of course you can. See that fight against Enguema, his name? Enguema. See, Enguema was a tall guy who had a very, very good right hand. Yeah, I've said this to many people in my gym. So myself and Johnny had to work on evading that right hand because in the early days, Johnny was susceptible to one, you know what I mean? So, and Enguema never got the right hand off. He got cut in the first round. Never moaned or groaned or wilted. Dad fixed his cut, got on with that. Now, I knew that was the best thing that happened to him because it's a good bit of experience. You guys was all down about that. It was experience, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that was, and I think he brought it up a couple of days ago, brought that fight up, and he now knows what I was talking about. You know, give him another couple of years, you know that was a blessing. And tonight, you know, dangerous man, Babic, and dealt with him, took him out of there in the round. Unbelievable.
I think the power in my jab and everything's got better because I'm more relaxed on Friday. I'm not loading it up like it's a piston. I'm just flicking it out there, and that elasticity makes a difference. And you have to have a calm mind to be able to do that. And having 11 and 12 fights now, it's so different to when I first walked out in front of that O2 crowd. I'm not as stiff. I'm not as jittery. I'm feeling looser and better each time.
Mark, obviously Johnny's improvements have been really fast in his short career. I mean, how impressed of Johnny have you been in this only short space that you've had him as well?
Well, do you know what? This is this morning we come back from breakfast, and myself and Sonny was walking into the lift after breakfast, and I went, you know what, Sonny? This is the first time I'm not nervous about Johnny fighting. You know. And then I had to ask myself why, and do you know why? Because look, we got a good guy down for sparring to practice a certain tactic for Babic for the long haul for the 10 rounds. Because we thought we'd be tough, you know what I mean? And we know he's tough. So we got him in, and you know, we had 2 weeks to go before the fight, and Johnny then brought in Derek for a last spar, and I was thinking, oh no, Derek's an hard bit of work, you know what I mean? And but he went and done what he did with our sparring partner. With all due respect, he gave a good account of himself with Derek, beautiful account of himself. So, you know, Johnny's coming. What was your question? Sorry.
Are you impressed with the improvements Johnny's made in such a short period of time?
Yes, very impressed with the improvements, and he's you know, once he gets his head around it, like Babic tonight was a bit of substance. The fight meant something, you know, and so therefore, you know, he brought the best out of him. And I'll be honest with you, a little bit more experience, yeah, he would have held Babic up for a little bit, give the fans a bit of thing and put them away in emphatic fashion. Although it was emphatic fashion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But when I just see someone's hurt, I can't help it.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
good.
That's also what makes you so dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a prize fight.
Yeah.
And in that division, anything can happen.
Eddie, you know what I like? Sorry about in there, mate. But you know what I liked? The 4, 5, 6 shot combination with distance at the end. Sorry.
It all came off of the fact what we've been practicing, a smooth, relaxed jab. When the jab's too tense or it's too that's what sets them shots up and allows you to find the range to throw them big 3-4 come.
I've been ramming it into him. The jab, there's a ramrod jab, there's a blinding jab, and there's a setting up jab. There's an up jab, screw jab. He loves the jab now. Eddie likes to work, get stuck in it, which is good. No, it's good, but set it up, set the shots up.